This is the number one mistake I see health coaches make, but also sometimes it can be the best decision ever. So how do you decide? You want to look at your reasons for changing your niche. I've changed my niche over the years. I used to be a medical doctor, a subspecialty radiologist. That was a niche. I became a health coach. And then I now am a business mentor, mentoring health coaches to six and multiple six figures, having done it myself, paved the way. I can now help people get there way faster than they could on their own. I had health coaches come to me while I was health coaching, while I was a six-figure health coach. I had health coaches come to me and said, can you help me create a signature program? And initially I said, no, I'm doing my own thing. I'm at this point, I was writing my book. I said, I'm writing my book. I'll share that with you, but I'm mainly focused on my clients. But it was when I had 3 people in 3 days ask me the same thing. That is when the shift had, because they were coming to me. So if you have a stream of people coming to you daily and asking you, can you please help me with XYZ? That's a clue, because that's easier. That's the low-hanging fruit. You already are known as an expert in that field, even if you didn't say anything about it formally, because people are already coming to you for help with that. You have a track record in it. That is a great reason to change your niche. Here's when most people decide to change their niche. You're starting out, and on paper, you've written out who you'd like to help. You kind of know how you'd like to help them. You're sitting there behind your computer, and nobody has come and rang the doorbell yet asking for your help. And you're like, I'm not sure if I should help people with this or not. That's a very, very, very bad reason to change. When I used to host workshops in my home, I would invite 300 people to my living room, and I would get 30 to 50 people. People would see what I did. They would be like, well, I don't want that many people. And they would invite 10, and they would get 0 to 1. You have to reach more people more frequently, and potentially your messaging's not narrow enough. People don't know actually what you do. So that's usually it. The reason why people don't have clients is they never got on a call with anybody. So unless you have gotten on a call with somebody, you don't really know. Now, the other thing is, if you offer your program a number of times and people say no, is that a reason to change your niche? Nope. That's a reason to get better at the process of sales. What is your pricing like? How are you offering it? How are you focusing on them and serving them in this process? That's a whole other skill set that does not have to do with the niche. So changing your niche in those regard, no. Now, there is one other caveat here as to why you might change your niche. If you're really good at it, but you hate doing it, it just is sucking the life out of you or triggering. You just hate this topic. You're afraid of it. And I often use the example of these 2 women that came to me once with breast cancer. And one woman, she was on the other side of it. It was like, best thing that ever happened to me. I am not a people pleaser anymore. I take care of myself. I'm not going back to that old way. Best wake up call ever. So for her, breast cancer would be an excellent niche. For the other woman, she was coming from fear. It hasn't come back yet. I'm doing okay so far. So she has tremendous triggering. She hasn't healed on that, and she's terrified. So she's not going to be in a position to lead someone else through that. So if you're in the middle of it, you're still mired in the muck of it, this is not the niche for you. If it's triggering fear and anxiety to deal with this topic, that is not the niche for you. But otherwise, flip-flopping on niches is one of the biggest stall tactics where people hide out, and they can spend years. That will cost you a lot of time and prevent you from actually helping people, and it will cost you your income. It's hard enough to create your six-figure practice and get lift off and get it up off the ground with a single chosen niche. You don't want to keep going back onto the beginning of the runway. You want to line it up and then get lift off. All right. So I hope that helps. If you're choosing to change your niche, do it for the right reasons and not because you're secretly hiding. If you're looking for further help in carving out that niche and knowing whether you should change your niche or not, check out the link below. There should be a link on how we help health coaches reach six figures. And one of those critical pieces is carving out and picking that purpose-driven expert niche. Hope that helps. Be good for you.